Okay, this is a job that I did probably a couple of years ago. The customer's name is Aaron and Dawn. This is their house, two-story, up here in Rockland. And I wanted to come and show you when I first came over here. The first thing I'm always looking at, even if I'm coming, down the street, I can always see access. I'm always trying to think, how are you going to get that tractor in there? And this was the access on one side, which is kind of tough because the neighbor has a door there and the fence is right there. It's really hard to ask them to take the fence down, but sometimes you can, but it's still narrow, 4 foot 9 inches. So we came in from this side over here, and what we did on this job is we had a conveyor belt with two backhoes, small ones. And so this is our access here where we were able to bring the conveyor belt system. So we have a gas meter here we had to avoid. It's about 4 foot 9 inches there. We had to get over these bushes to get it into the truck. So
let me turn on the waterfall too, because that matters.
So in here, what we had to do was we ended up pouring this concrete and put a line in here so that we could connect to the power source there. And then this is the stamped concrete. But you can see there's very little damage. There's nothing really on the house. And we're going back and forth, with the conveyor, but we're walking in two backhoes. Now when I get to the back of this house, that was the problem, is the distances that we had. So if you look at it here, the distance from that wall, which has a 3 foot setback, and the house had a 5 foot setback. I have pictures that I'm going to try to inset in here of what it looked like initially. But I was thinking, I don't think you can get a pullback here, just the way everything was set up. And they wanted to put this arbor in here. Now this over here is the air conditioner. That has 6 inches all the way around the air conditioner. Then we've got a motor over here. That's the filtration motor. We have a motor over here. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the waterfall motor. And we have a motor over here. The heater is under this one, so there is a heater. Then we've got a blower motor for the spas over there. This is the filtration system here. And the code technically is you need to be 5 feet from the pool equipment to the pool. And we are about 5 feet. And we were able to go a little bit closer because we built this wall here. But technically the wall has to be 4 feet tall, and then you can go a little closer. This is the jacuzzi. It has a safety step on it, which is this step right here. And then you get into this step, and then the bench goes all the way around. I think it's a 7 foot diameter. We usually do 8 at no extra cost. We just couldn't physically fit it here because we needed to be 3 feet over there, 3 feet over there, 5 feet over here. So it has a little bubbler on one side of the pool, and then it spills through this rock formation here. Now on the back, there was an elevation change. It was different, so we ended up having to put in this raise on the back side, and that's a 6-inch raised bond beam with a cap on top of it. This is all the concrete that we ended up pouring inside here. All the concrete had to be demoed out. And then here you can see where I went in and out with the design of the edge of the pool. And that was because we have 2 posts here, and I can come closer here than I can come to the post. So we just curved it around. This is called textured stamped concrete. And probably the biggest thing about this pool is it has a 9 foot depth on it. So it starts out over there at 3.5 feet, and then it comes over here at 9 feet. This is the waterfall, just a simple 3 foot high, 5 feet wide, and 4 foot deep waterfall. Has a little raised area over here, which it was going to be 6-inch raise over there, and then over here I usually do a 12-inch raise just so people can jump off of it. But I noticed that they ended up turning it into like a platform, so that was nice. And we did all this concrete here. Usually the concrete on the side is going to be added at a different time. And I know he has some electrical things there. I'm not really sure what that is. We come up here, we got 2 steps. We get up to the waterfall here. It's finished on the front, and it's also finished on the back. So visually it looks appealing on the back. And the closest point to the pool, to the wall, is 3 feet. So there's a lot of finish work on this pool. We have a love seat over here with a step out. And the pool is pretty long, but there is an Acapulco shelf over there. So the skimmer lids are done in concrete. See here. There's a step out there. They added the glass tile on the top of it, so you can see the difference in it. Now this is the shelf over here. It's 18 inches of water, so you can put a couple lounge chairs in it. You have the first step over here, and then a third step over there, and then it goes into 3.5 feet. There's right where that wave of movement is, there's an umbrella sleeve that has a cap on it. The cap can come off, and then you can put an umbrella in there, so you can kind of just relax around it. Normally the rocks are not this high, but they may have requested it be high. It needed to be high on that side to tie into that wall. So sometimes they'll just request, can we make it higher? That's usually not a problem. This wall over here is nice. It gives them a little more privacy. Oh, I see the difference. Initially we were going to put that wall right over here so that we were going to go up 4 feet high. But you can see here we're limited by the trim around that window. So they went as high as that trim. This arbor here was really important for them because this is a west-facing backyard, so they're going to get a lot of sun coming in their rear window. So they wanted a solid one with these, with those fans up there. They got lights going around it there. It's really pretty at night. They have LED color lights on it. You can also hear that there's a road behind us. We're elevated, so that helps a lot with the sound. But really the waterfall is what's going to help with the sound. It's not as bad with the waterfall running. And the little beam fall there. So overall, very pretty design. And they're very happy with the construction. This pool, like I said, is either 2 or 3 years old. I actually forget after a while. And then this is where the concrete, we poured all that concrete going out. So when someone's asking me for this small of an access, I usually have to use a small tractor in the old days, but nowadays we're doing it with conveyor belts. So it's a lot more tedious to do that. It's going to take us a couple of days to dig it. And then this one is even worse in the sense that it's in a town called Rockland, known for rock. So they did hit rock on this job. And then that will just charge additional cost for the time involved. These are princess palms here. So it gives it a very nice California palmy look. You don't have a lot of landscaping to deal with, and it just has a very nice look to it overall. So anyway, this is Aaron and Don's pool. Just wanted to come back over here, get a nice video of it so that you can see what we're dealing with. Thank you for taking a look, and thank you for checking us out.